In the year, in the year, in the year. Oh man, it feels so good saying that again. In the year 1996, Six Flags Great Adventure was mad about having only 5 coasters in their park, and they wanted more. And that's what they did. They would be announcing a new coaster for 1997, bringing their total coaster count up to 7. But wait, they originally had 5 coasters and they're gonna bring it up to 7. That must mean it's gonna be a dueling coaster, and they're gonna duel! But not really. So they decided to name the coasters Batman and Robin the Chiller to coincide with the movie that was also coming out in 1997, which wasn't the best movie in the world. Oh no. Well, since the movie was a failure, that means the ride can't fail, right? It's a roller coaster. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Right? Well, to be precise, pretty much everything went wrong and shit started hitting the fan immediately. Batman and Robin the Chiller opened on June 7th, 1997, only to have it closed down 2 days later due to multiple flaws and technical issues. Wow, dude, that's amazing. Oh, don't worry, it only goes downhill from here. So all this time passes by and they cannot figure out how to roller coaster when finally the ride opens on April 4th, 1998. 10 months later. So close to reopening on April 1st. That would have been a good prank if the ride reopened on April Fool's Day and then they tell the public, hey, the ride doesn't actually work and we're gonna tear it down. Goodbye. Granted, this ride was a prototype at the time when it was built, which means it's the first of its kind. There are other examples of other ride prototypes at the time that had their own set of flaws. When the ride opened, both Batman and Robin trains had over-the-shoulder restraints because that's totally a good idea. The Chiller suffered problems of other sorts as well, such as either ride stalling because of inclement weather or not having enough power to launch it from the station, or the limb spikes at the top of the towers overheating, causing them to smoke. And the headache complaints of the over-the-shoulder restraints had led to Great Adventure to convert the over-the-shoulder restraints on the ride to lap bars. The Robin side received its lap bars in 2001, and the Batman side received its lap bars in 2002. Why both the rides didn't receive the lap bars on the same year, I don't know. I don't run the park, okay? And this 2002 receiving of lap bars for Batman would sort of mark the end of Batman's lifetime. Yeah, the ride never permanently closed, but at this point going forward, like 90% of its lifetime was downtime or just being closed altogether. Speaking of the limb spike towers causing problems, Robin particularly had an incident in 2004 where the failure of the limb spike towers caused Robin to stall in the zero-G roll. Both Batman and Robin were repainted for the 2005 season, giving Robin a more pink look and Batman a darker, sleek blue look. You'd think at this point that Great Adventure had essentially given up on the Batman side altogether, but there was actually a big effort in 2006 to get both of the rides fully operational by the season. However, those hopes were cut short because there was an incident with the Robin train, so Batman's train had to be repainted red so Robin could use it. And in the 2006 to 2007 off-season, Great Adventure made one last effort to keep the ride going by removing the zero-G rolls entirely and replacing them with banked hills. These banked hills were apparently supposed to fix a design flaw that caused the 2006 incident, but there was another incident in the spring of 2007, and after this incident, Great Adventure decided to call it quits on the ride. Batman and Robin the Chiller permanently closed June 28th, 2007, and it was dismantled. And that is the tragic end of Batman and Robin the Chiller. Now, I actually don't know what either of these two incidents are. Researching this did not give me a definitive answer. Someone claimed in a forum post that the train derailed in the 2006 incident, but I surely could not find anything of the 2007 incident, and I could not prove that claim in the 2006 forum post. Either way, Batman and Robin the Chiller developed sort of a cult following and appreciation ever since it was removed from the park, with people making various things such as tribute videos, Connects coaster recreations, RCT3 recreations, and things like that. What actually replaced the ride after it was removed? I don't know. Something stupid. I don't care. No one cares. Goodbye.